Good morning and welcome back to our windy Turkey here today. Just a quick reminder, we have changed our upload times to 5 PM UK time rather than 10 AM. We are heading to a ghost town today to explore. So we've got about an hour walk to Kayakoy and we're going to go from there.
I was never the one to write up a song for just anyone. I was always the one to find myself lost in all conversations, cause I've always been told that
we're about half hour into the walk now, and so far it's mostly been flat and then downhill. You do come down quite a steep hill, so maybe on the way back we'll be getting the Dolmus, the shuttle bus that runs in the area. We've got about another half-hour walk, so we're just carry on going. Okay, we've just made it to the ghost town now. We just picked up 2 tickets from this little hut here, which is the entrance, and they cost £12.50 each.
Not too bad.
I'm so mistaken, cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever.
Once known as Fethiye, this abandoned town of Kayakoy was once home to around 10,000 people.
Once upon a time, the Christian Greeks and the Muslim Turkish lived together in harmony here, with schools, shops, businesses all operating together. They all lived side by side. After the First World War, there was a treaty signed where the Greeks got deported back to Greece and the Turkish got deported back to Turkey. Now, the Turkish didn't necessarily want to settle here in Kayakoy, and the ones that already remained here actually left when the earthquake hit. But the sad part about it is that the Greeks and the Turkish that actually lived here were friends, neighbours, even like relatives maybe. And once that treaty was signed, they obviously had to split them all up and they had to leave and go back to Greece, and the Turkish remained here. And that's all that's left here now is loads and loads of ruined houses, buildings. We've got up on the hill, just loads up there, and there's even like signs, so we are headed to the old school to check that out now.
Which is the main school.
Although it's all ruins now, there's enough left for you to imagine how busy this place actually was. And you can just imagine like people going to the school, and it's so together, isn't it? It's all very close.
Yeah, you feel like it would be like a tight-knit community here when they were allowed, I suppose, to be a community. The
pathways between the houses and stuff are very narrow, it's all compact. Everyone would know everyone, you feel like. And
yeah, it reminds me of like, well, it is very similar to, I would say, like Greece. You see like the streets of Santorini, and they're all like cobblestones, and that is very similar to that. So you can see sort of the Greek touch here as well.
so some of them are so intact, like this one, that they've actually got a proper roof.
Big windows. Those ones there. Do you think this is a house? Or like a... It looks like a bit like a church, but a really small one.
It's small. It's like a... yeah, I don't know. No idea. It's cool, huh?
We have made it to the chapel on top of the hill. It is extremely windy up here.
Well, the views are insane. So you've got views over the sea here, and then just around this side, that's the chapel there. Down here, you've got Kayakoy the town as it is now. It's really spread out, and then you've got the rest of the ghost town, the abandoned village here, and that way is Aldernet. But the views up here are absolutely insane. Highly recommend coming up here.
So windy.
We've actually made some lunch because we didn't know how long we'd be out for today. But while we're up here with the view, we're gonna have lunch.
Yeah. It's very small, isn't it? You can't imagine, like, I suppose it was a quite small town, so having like a small amount of people in here was probably fine.
Yeah, so this village has actually been abandoned for 100 years next year, if I read correctly.
Oh wow.
So get the fireworks up here for next year. It's got such a good view of the ocean. And just through here is the town. We're gonna head back down now. It's a bit windy up here. We just did sit down to have lunch, but it was a bit cold with the wind.
The wind, if it wasn't for the wind, it would be a lovely day, but the wind is freezing.
So we're gonna head back down now. We're gonna try and find somewhere sheltered. We've made it to our last stop before we head out to the ghost town, and it's this church.
Look at the floor. Still like intact.
That's really cool.
It's cool thing because there's just some stones.
Whoa, it's massive in here.
Gosh, that's insane.
Yeah, the church is actually closed. We jumped the wall.
Okay.
But it's probably one of the coolest parts of it.
Yeah, probably is. The shade was closed. It says because it's, well, it's probably because it's old. And
It said safety reasons.
well, this is probably more unsafe than the one in the actual church. Can you give me a hand, please?
We waited about 25 minutes at the bus stop for the dolmus, but one didn't come. So we decided we're just gonna walk, and if one passes us, we'll try and flag it down. Okay, we flagged down dolmus. Our nose is red
The
because
whole base is red.
the wind was really cold. But yeah, we flagged down the dolmus. So.
Literally, it was perfect timing. It was just as we were getting to the really big hill. Ah, so happy.
Back to the apartment now. What were your thoughts on the ghost town?
Really, really cool. Yeah, I don't think you don't hear about it that much. I read online that not many visitors actually go and see it, and I think it should be seen.
As in, not many tourists that come here, is it?
Yeah, like not many people actually know about it. It's not very like advertised, I guess. And it should be. It's a really cool
I
experience.
hadn't heard about it until I seen a video of it online.
Yeah, it's a really cool experience, and it was cool to like try and like figure out. Like you said, I think earlier in the video, to like use your imagination, try and figure out like what buildings were what,
and like how
it was when it was a town. Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to end it here. We're going to try and get a bit of an earlier night tonight to have a full day of exploring tomorrow. So thanks for watching. We will pick it up and we'll see you again in the morning.